In our schematic, we also have properties of the schematic sheet itself. So let's look at those properties. I can zoom out, drag over here a little bit again, and see the whole thing. Or I can use View, Fit Objects. Now, here in the United States, the paper we use on our printers is generally letter-sized paper. This software was developed and produced in a foreign country. I think it really got started in Australia is what I remember, but they use a different size paper, and it's common in Europe also to use a different size. They use a piece of paper that's almost the same size as letter, but it's called A4. So if I right-click inside my schematic document, I'll see Preferences. So I'm going to click on Preferences, and here we have like our schematic. Right, here's compiler, autofocus. You have all these properties inside here for our schematic. Same for the PCB editor and all, but I'm going to keep it general. I'll come over here and look, and here it says sheet size, A4. Yeah, 8.5 by 11 is what we use. This is 7.6 by 11.5. Not quite what we want, so I'm going to change it to letter. There we go, and hit apply. So now my sheet size is a regular letter size piece of paper. If you don't do that, when you go to print, usually the printer will ask you to insert A4 paper, and I don't know anybody that has any. So just make that change. If you forget to do that and you tell it to print, you can always cancel the print, go back and change your preference. The other go around there at that point, if you're in a hurry, just tell it you put A4 in there and it'll print it. You might lose some of the very edges or margins, but you can get your print out. I think it's just a lot smarter to tell the thing the right size to begin with. So I'll tell that OK. Now that I've done that, this should fit on a piece of 8.5 by 11 or letter size paper. So I'm going to go to File and Print. And here we go. Shows up. There's my printer. It says print all pages. Well, there's only one page here. Actual size, and it's scaled it to 94% in order to get these little margins around the edges. Now, if I told it print it at 50%, and then I refresh my page, now look, that border is way on the inside, and it's even smaller. I can tell it fit on page, refresh. Now it fits on the page, actual size. I think we were at 94%, but I could just tell it to refresh. I will go back to the actual size, 94, and refresh, and we're back to our same size. You could do a portrait. In this case, I don't think I would want that because it would look a little funny. Here it's trying to fit it across 2 pages. Not very useful for me. I'm going to go back to landscape. There we go. And if I tell it to print, I have an option. I can print it as a PDF. There we go, print to PDF, or I can print it to my printer. If I tell it to print to my printer, there we go. Now my printer's warming up. Let me grab it. All right. There's our print fitting on my 8.5 by 11 paper. So that's just long and short of it when we talk about our schematic properties. And it's just important to have the right size paper so the printer doesn't sit there and wait all day asking for the wrong size paper.